What up there, Mikey Scrooge? Good friend Michael here, coming to you with another pickups video, and this is for the month of July of 2021. And as you may recall, at the end of last video, I stated that this video is coming out actually a couple days later. I usually put out my pickup videos on the first of the month, but I'm coming back from vacation, so that is why this pickups video is coming out a little bit later. The portion I'm filming now is being filmed before I go on vacation, and there probably might be a clip of some pickups I find while I'm on vacation, so you'll probably see that filmed at our cabin, our family's cabin, after this entire clip is done. And then if there's a couple things when I get home, I'll probably add that to the video as well. There's just excuse me, there's just a few things coming from eBay also. So I got a pretty good assortment this month. One really cool game for the Super Nintendo, some boxed NES, a couple of boxed N64, some boxed handheld games, a couple instruction manuals, some accessories, Nintendo Power magazines as always, and working toward getting that whole collection of that. And I saw actually the first issue was posted on Double Jump Video Games website, and it was like $150, but that's probably going to be the last magazine I ever pick up, and it's probably going to be expensive. You may have seen my cat's tail actually just coming the way too. So I'm going to start off by showing the accessories, manuals, magazines, and then I'll get into the games. Alright, so first, starting with like the least exciting stuff, I ordered a couple of headsets. I know I didn't really need to order one of each. They're the exact same. I got one for the PS4, one for the Xbox One, but they both work on the same system, so probably I didn't need to order both. But I kind of like to use one for, have one for each, just in case, something I guess were to happen. So nothing, like I said, exciting there. These are just off-brand, generic headsets anyway, so these are not official at all. Got Switch Pro controller. Got this from Fanfare. So now I have all the controllers I want for the Switch. I have 3 Pro controllers, and of course, if we ever play on the TV and I have 4 people over, the 4th person can use the Joy-Cons, and I have this one where it slides right in, so that makes 4 controllers there. So now I'm only looking, I think, for like 2 Xbox One controllers, and then I will have basically all the controllers I want, although I'm still looking for a Super Nintendo mouse and a Wii Zapper. Okay, so next, I got a Pez dispenser, and I don't usually get these, but at the place I work, we got a bunch of Pez dispensers in to sell, and I asked, hey, were there any like Nintendo ones that came in? And there was one Nintendo one that came in like a random assortment box, and I got a Super Mario Pez dispenser. I am not going to open this. I'm going to leave this in its package. There are 3 others you can collect as well. It says on the back, Princess Peach, Donkey Kong, and Yoshi. So if you are into Pez and collecting, then, you can look for these if you would like. Alright, next I got a couple of manuals. Well, actually, first, before I get to that, I also got 2 PS2 memory cards. One is like the clear blue one here that might look like a PS1, but this is actually a PS2, and then the standard black one. I'm always looking to find memory cards because I've got over 100 PS2 games, so I'm going to need lots and lots of memory cards to save all my games, because I don't want to delete them once I do play them and save them again. And I got sports games, so those are going to take up probably half of the memory card. Okay, couple of manuals I got here. One is for Star Wars Jedi Outcast. This is for the Xbox. Very nice copy of this. And actually, from the exact same seller, I got Sonic Riders Zero Gravity instruction manual for the Wii. So I got both these off of eBay. I'm still looking for manuals for a few games, although I've kind of started debating about also getting manuals for like loose cartridge games for like, NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, my handheld games, just so like if I do end up getting the box for those games, and it doesn't come with the manual, I can just get the manual as well. But mostly I'm trying to focus on still completing the copies I have where I'm just, have the game, have the case, and just missing the manual. I'm pretty sure it's like under 10, but the other ones I'm looking for are all really hard to find manuals, unfortunately. So I might have to like get the whole game again, which I don't really want to do because these are not cheap games. The other ones I'm really looking for. Okay, now moving on to the Nintendo Power magazines. I got 5 here this month. That's typically what I get. And I got that from Respawn and Replay. This is coming, there's my cat walking in front of me again. From Respawn and Replay, this comes from Canada. And the magazines are issue number 91, which has Killer Instinct Gold on it. Issue 98, which has Star Fox 64. Issue 101, which has Extreme G. 103, which has Diddy Kong Racing. And issue 110, which is WWF Warzone. So I've got most of the older ones, probably between like 100 and 199. I'm missing a lot of the early ones, probably from 50 on under, really. And then a lot of the later ones, too, from like 200 on up. I'm also missing a lot of those. So, still quite a ways to go to complete that. I think I still have over 100 issues I'm looking for, and the place that I'm buying them from doesn't have every single issue, so I will have to resort to eBay or other game stores' websites at some point, which I really like to buy them from other game stores because then I can support those local businesses. Alright, now I'm going to move on to games here, and first off I'm going to talk about handheld games I ended up getting this month, which I don't usually get handheld games. I've typically been sticking with console games, and I'm pretty much neglecting my handheld collection. Like, not been picking up anything for that and kind of just keep adding to the list, although I'm not really adding to it now since really they're not making games for, anything from 3DS on back. So I guess my adding is pretty much done since I went through and looked at all the games there. But finally, I guess I just started looking for some. I used a lot of store credit at Second Chance this month. I actually used it all up. So I did, I was like, I'll just use it all up, and got some handheld games to go into the collection. Alright, first off, this does come from Second Chance. I got Touchmaster. Oh, actually, no. This one came from The Broken Sword. So I used some store credit there also and got Touchmaster Connect. This is not a very expensive game for the DS, but it is fun to play. I'm sure my wife is enjoying that one. This one's also for her. This is Nancy Drew, The Deadly Secret of Old World Park. So she likes playing these mystery games, so I got that for her. And those are both complete. I did actually have to go online on eBay to get the manual for both of those, but I was able to find it, so I was happy about that. And then I also got Star Trek Tactical Assault. This is close to a $15 game, and they had it for under 10, so definitely happy to find this. This game is also available on the PSP if you're looking for it, which if I had a PSP, I would actually prefer to play it on there, but I sold my PSP with all the games because I'm actually just kind of interested in Nintendo handhelds. Not that Sony did a bad job with theirs. I'm just more of a Nintendo person than I think really a Sony or a PlayStation or an Xbox person. Although I like their consoles, I just didn't really enjoy like the PlayStation handhelds as much, I guess. All right, I got 2 Game Boy games here. First off, I got Kirby's Pinball Land. Don't normally play pinball games on video games, but since Kirby's a ball, I figure, this would be pretty fun to play. Although I don't like Sonic Spinball, that one was too hard for me, and I'm not really going to get Metroid or Mario Pinball or the Sonic Pinball and Game Boy Advance, but I thought at least I would try Kirby out. And then this one actually is kind of a, I guess you would say, a uncommon game. It's definitely not a rare game, but this is Jeopardy Teen Tournament. So this completes actually all the Jeopardy games I'm looking for. that I would like to get into my collection, because they came out with, like, you know, the same version on Super Nintendo and Genesis, so I got the Genesis version. But on the Game Boy, they had Teen Tournament, they had Sports, they had the regular one, and then, hold on one second, I'll tell you what the other one is. Platinum Edition was the other one, which I think maybe that one's a little uncommon too, because this game was actually going for around like 10 bucks. So it's definitely, you know, a little bit more expensive than your other Jeopardy games. All right, then I got one for the Game Boy Color, and this is Donkey Kong Country. So now I have Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country on Game Boy Color, Donkey Kong Country on Game Boy Advance, and then there's Donkey Kong Land, which I believe is like Donkey Kong Country, but kind of a little more rudimentary, I would say, for the Game Boy. Okay, now I got some Game Boy Advance games here. And by the way, all of those Game Boy games so far, like I said, I've said I had some store credit, second chance. That's where they've all come from. All right, and then all the Game Boy Advance games here, except for one, come from second chance. And the first one here is Kim Possible. This is for my wife, Kathleen. She liked watching Kim Possible when she was younger, and so I got her this, figuring she would enjoy it. We've got now 1, 2, and 3, because here is Kim Possible 2, which is Draken's Demise. And Kim Possible 1 actually has a different name listed on the Game I app, which I thought, well, I didn't get the right Kim Possible game. I thought I actually got one that we already had, but it has like a subtitle for a name, but it's just listed as Kim Possible on the Game Boy Advance cartridge. So you might get a little tricked up if you are looking for that. So just a heads up in case you are. Then I got Star X, which is like a shooter game, kind of like, it kind of looks like Star Fox 64. I actually got this game for $2. They had other copies there that were like 10 bucks, but I saw one that was priced, this one was priced at $2, and it was in good condition. So that's why I ended up getting it. So I was really happy about that, to get that for a reduced price, and it was in good condition. So they must have just got that like copy in on a different day. Then this one, I got Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. This is actually a PAL game. I looked this up, put it in my Game I app, and there was no price listed next to it. And I was like, well, that doesn't make sense, because I know they made Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on, you know, like PlayStation, and they had Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on Game Boy Color. So I kind of thought, well, they must have put out the US version on Game Boy Advance, but no, this is a PAL game, and it does work on the Game Boy Advance. So Game Boy Advance must be region free. So I was happy about that. Put this in, played it for a little bit. I definitely did not do well at it, especially since a lot of the questions were dealing with like England and the United Kingdom, and did not know much about that. So I did actually one time make it to almost a 32,000. After we got to 1,000, I ended up using all my lifelines in the next 3 questions, and it was not good. All right, then the last game I got here was from Fanfare. I got it the same day I got the Switch Pro controller, and I got Super Monkey Ball Jr. So happy to get that one. Love the Super Monkey Ball series and playing those. All right, moving on next. Gonna talk about a few Xbox games. I got actually one Xbox 360, and one Xbox One. I got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This came from the Broken Sword using some store credit. It came actually just in like a black generic case. I had like an Xbox 360 case, so that's why I put in for now. I'm going to look for one of the more opaque Xbox cases. I did get the manual on eBay, so this was not complete when I purchased it, but I did end up completing it. And then I also got the outfit, which looks like some type of like combat game. So I definitely like playing and it looks like it's a World War II game, and I definitely like playing those, so I'll give this a try. This one was also not complete. This one did not have the manual. I went and purchased that on eBay to complete it. And yeah, I have been going through and making more purchases of games that don't come with the manual, and going online then and looking for the manual. Just because the fact I feel like I've been passing up on a lot of games just because it doesn't have the manual. If it's like a more expensive game, I might pass up on it just because then like the manual is going to be maybe as much as the game to get it. But these ones were both cheap manuals, so I figured they were pretty, easy to acquire. All right, and then the last one, an Xbox One game, I got Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series. Didn't even know that this game existed, and I love playing Marvel games, and so I figured, what the heck, we'll give this a try. It's like a storytelling type game. I like playing these games like Life is Strange, or the Jurassic Park game, Back to the Future. So give this a try. Hopefully I will enjoy it. All right, now talking about some Nintendo games I got. GameCube, Wii, Wii U, and Switch. So there's not a lot here for those, so I figured I would talk about those next. All right, so this one came from Disc Traders over in Battle Creek. Just one game. I actually walked in there and just got one game, which was amazing that's all I got. And I got Cars for the GameCube, obviously. And I heard this actually is a pretty dang good game, and I love like racing games. So I think I will definitely enjoy that, and I enjoyed the movie as well. The Xbox One game, by the way, that came from Second Chance. All right, this one I also found from Second Chance, and this is Tangled. And it looks like you can play co-op in here, so I think my wife and I will enjoy playing this. I actually haven't seen Tangled. I don't know if she has or not either, but I like Disney games, so I figured we would pick this up. This one did not come with the manual. I did order the manual online to complete this. Once again, like I said, I figured I've been passing up on a lot of games just because it doesn't have the manual, so I figured I'd get it. All right, next game here. Actually, I'm going to show you... No, I'm going to show you this one next. Even though the Switch games are kind of just standard games, I will show you this one next. So I got one Wii U game. I only have a couple of games left to complete what I would like to get for the Wii U, and they're kind of more hard to find games. This one was definitely one of those. And this is Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. I actually had this in my collection once before, but the cover was sun-faded, and I thought maybe this was the same version that was... Because I traded in the Second Chance, and I thought maybe this was the same version that someone traded in again, but it is not. This one actually is not sun-faded at all, so I made sure to grab it this time to make sure I can keep this in my collection. I love the Legend of Zelda series. I wish this thing came out with an actual manual, but this one only has the electronic manual on the disc. I would have thought maybe for a first-party franchise, you would actually get a manual with this, but unfortunately, you didn't. But I really look forward to playing this someday. All right, then a couple of Switch games here. First one's nothing special, and it's American Ninja Warrior Challenge. I like playing games like this, like Wipeout as well. Looks pretty cartoony. Hopefully the controls in here are good. Look forward to having some fun with that. And then the last game here is one that just came out, within the past couple of months. Figured, I'll pick it up now. What the heck? Got some store credit to use. And like all the Twilight Princess, like I said, came from Second Chance. Both Switch games did. Got new Pokemon Snap here. Hey baby. So I look forward to definitely playing that. I enjoyed the Pokemon Snap game on N64, and I think I'll definitely enjoy this one as well. My friend Paul, I actually saw him down there that same day. I was leaving, he was coming in, and he said he was actually thinking about trading in his copy. Like, he was getting, tired of it, I guess. But a lot of, first-party titles, I will definitely keep if, the game is definitely good. Or actually, with any video game, I'll keep it if it's definitely good, even if I might not play it again. I guess that's the point of having the video game collection. Okay, moving on now. Going to PlayStation 1, 2, and 4. Yeah, I did not get a PlayStation 3 game this month, which is kind of odd. Unless I get one when I'm up north for our vacation. This one came... I think this one came from The Broken Sword, and this is Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. Love the Toy Story franchise, and this is, I believe, has cel-shaded graphics for it, and I definitely love those. So this one looks fun to play. I'm hoping it is. This game's for Kathleen. This is Pirates of the Caribbean, The Legend of Jack Sparrow. Although I do see on the back you can play co-op multiplayer on this. So, you know, I might end up playing this game with her. She loves the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. That's why I ended up picking it up. This one came from Second Chance. And then I think actually all the PlayStation games... No, maybe not all the PlayStation games did. I know this one did. This is Snipe and Filter Dark Mirror. One time I was going to get in the Snipe and Filter franchise, but I didn't. Traded all the games in. I decided, you know what? I like shooters. We'll give the Snipe and Filter franchise a chance. This one, this one also came from Second Chance. No, actually, you know what? The last two came from Second Chance. This one I know came from the Broken Sword, and I know the other PlayStation 2 game did. And this is Ratchet Deadlocked, which is kind of I don't believe this is part of the main franchise for Ratchet and Clank. They kind of look more adult in here than they do like, you know, kind of more. They're taller instead of like I guess they're shorter frame is what I'm looking at. But I definitely look forward to playing this one. This looks like more of like a combat game. And then, even though I had this before and I know this isn't really a part of the main franchise of this series, I figure I'll give it a try. And it's Crash of the Titans. I know I'm still looking for Crash Mind Over Mutant as well. This also came from the Broken Sword. And I figure, what the heck, we'll give it a chance. If I don't like it, I can always trade it in. Alright, then I got a couple of PS4 games. Both come from Second Chance, using my store credit again. And I got Need for Speed and Burnout Paradise Remastered. Really happy to get this. Love the Burnout series. I know this one is different. This is more open world than the other Burnout games. But I'm sure I will still definitely enjoy this one. Okay, now let's talk about some loose cartridges I got. I'm going to talk N64 first. And all three of these out of the four come from Second Chance. First off, I got V-Rally Edition 99, like driving games, so I'll give that a chance. And then I got the Battle Tanks games. I got Battle Tanks and Battle Tanks Global Assault. I don't remember if I've actually showed these off in one of my pickups videos before, and I may have. But here they are. And the reason why I say that is because I did trade these in at one point, but I decided I'll give these games another chance. And then lastly, this came from the Broken Sword, and I got a copy of GoldenEye 007. So I have the box for this and the manual. The cartridge I had before was not in the greatest shape, like the label wasn't. So I figured, trade my copy in. I'm going to look for a better copy to try to replace it. What I probably should have done was held on to my other copy, waited to find a better copy, then trade that in. Because I was looking for a long time for this. And I'm finally glad to be able to get that back. Still looking actually for like an F-Zero X, Super Mario 64, Pokemon Stadium. Looking for those ones because of the fact I replaced the cartridge for that as well, because of like label conditions. I know I'm probably not very smart on my part. Okay, now moving on to some NES games I picked up. This one actually comes from, the first one comes here from Double Jump Video Games, which I got two from them, but I'm only going to show one here first because the other is going to be a box game. First off, I got a sticker from them, so that's cool. And I got Talking Super Jeopardy. I think that, you know, this is kind of more of an uncommon one. You always see Jeopardy, Jeopardy Deluxe Edition, or Junior Jeopardy Edition. You don't really see Talking Super Jeopardy as much. Kind of like Wheel of Fortune featuring Vanna White. You don't see that one, but you see Wheel of Fortune or Wheel of Fortune Junior, Wheel of Fortune Family Edition. Not that those games, you know, this one or the Wheel of Fortune featuring Vanna White are more expensive. They're just kind of, I think, more uncommon. This one, next one comes from, if I can find it on here. I know I bought this from a store. Level Up Video Games. And this is City Connection. And I figure, you know, I've seen this game played in some online videos. I figured I'll give it a chance, see what it's like. It looks like it's fun. It kind of, people talk about it like it can be annoying at times in the game when you get caught by a police officer or run into like some cat looking animal, I guess. Alright, next one comes from Super Smash Games, and this is a shooter, and I don't really play a lot of, I guess, shoot 'em ups. I don't play a lot of them because I'm not great at them. But even though I'm not great at it, I still like this game, and that's Gradius, which is like Life Force. So those are really kind of the only couple of shoot 'em ups I have. So I'm going to try this game again. And then this last one comes from the Broken Sword, and that's Adventure Island. Not great at this game at all. I played it before, it was terrible. I never beat a level. Got it again, beat actually the first world, I should say, the first few levels. And then I couldn't get past like the second boss or even get to the second boss. So I'm going to give it another chance and see if I can do a lot better this time. But I'm not going to get the other ones because of the fact I'm just terrible at that game. Alright, going to take a quick drink break here. Alright. Now, talking about some Genesis games I got. First one, nothing special. Comes from Second Chance, and it's RBI Baseball 94. I love the RBI Baseball series. Have the first one on the NES. I love the little fat, chubby guys in that game. This one, they're more realistic baseball players. And this is probably the best out of the RBI Baseball games on the Genesis. So I figure I'll pick that one up. This next one comes also from Second Chance. This one does not have a manual with it. I have seen one online, but I have not purchased it yet on eBay. I'm waiting, I guess. I spent enough on eBay this month purchasing some boxes and manuals, so I figure I could probably wait till next month to get it. And this is Sylvester and Tweety and KG Capers. I like the, gosh, what is it? Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes games. There are some that I played that I don't like that I've traded in. There's some that I'm not going to buy because of the fact they don't look that good. But this one looked okay. I figured I'd give this one a chance. And the last one here is the best of the best out of the Genesis games I got in the box. And this one I got from the Broken Sword. Using trading credit, is complete in box as well, which I'm really happy about. And this is Micro Machines. So I'm not great at this game. I can beat a few of the levels, but I don't get too far into it, probably 3 or 4. But I could say the same thing for RC Pro-Am. I actually only got a few levels in there, and each time I play it, I seem to get a little bit farther. So I figure, keep trying at it. This game's a lot of fun. If you like the over-the-top racing games, trying to follow the course along. All right, now we'll talk about some handheld games I got in the box. So this one actually was just box only. I got box and manual separately on eBay, and this is Powerpuff Girls Bad Mojo JoJo. It is not perfect, as you can see. It comes up a little bit, doesn't go down all the way. There is no insert inside, so I do have to get something for that. Little crease on the back here in the corner. As you can see there, it's creased on the side a little bit. But otherwise, the box is in good shape. There's no like stickers on it. It's not marked up. It's not coming apart. It's in pretty good shape. All right, next got Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl. You might have seen me show it off last month. I got the just the loose copy. I actually found a complete copy on eBay. It was $10. The box is in pretty good shape. There is a little bit of a crease you can see right there in the light at the top. Otherwise, I would say this box is in pretty well overall shape. There's a little crease running across the bottom I can feel, but once again, nothing bad with this, I would say, box at all. And that has the insert, the manual, the game. All right, next one. This is I Spy Challenger. This one came box manual only with the insert also inside. This actually cost $1 on eBay, which I was pretty shocked about. The box is in really good shape. It looks like maybe someone, like, maybe was writing, like, had a piece of paper over it, was like writing on it, because it looks like there's like some marks pushed in on here, but nothing too bad whatsoever. Box is in pretty excellent shape. And then lastly, this one also comes boxed with the insert. I ordered the manual separately. It's not from the same seller. And this is Wheel of Fortune for the original Game Boy. Looks like, once again, there's like a, you can see in the light there, you can see like a little scratch kind of across the back. But that's really the only thing wrong with that box. So that's in pretty good shape. Okay, two N64 games. Nothing special here. They are both sports games. Got NFL Quarterback Club 2000. Box is in pretty decent shape here. I've actually had the box before. It was in really rough shape. One of the flaps was completely gone off the box. That's how bad it was. It was crushed. It was ugly. We'll just say that. And then I got F1 World Grand Prix here. This one is not perfect. Creased a little bit here. And there's a, on the front here, you can see there was like a old price sticker, kind of took some of the coloring off there, but that doesn't really take away from over the race cards or over the words, so I thought, nah, that's okay. It looks like it might be pushed in a little bit, as you can maybe see there, but it's in pretty decent shape otherwise, so nothing bad there. Okay, now we're going to move on to the boxed NES games, which is the highlight, I would say, of this video. And all of the boxed NES games I got pretty much came from people from video game stores or online, although there is, I believe, there's one in here that came from Second Chance. Okay, we're going to start with what I think is the least exciting, going to the most exciting. And the least exciting one comes from Seattle Game Gurus, and this is Win, Lose, or Draw. All the games here that were the NES games I ordered were complete, minus the last one I'm going to show you. So this is Win, Lose, or Draw. It's got, you know, obviously you can see some fraying up there in that corner as well. It's kind of pushed in a little bit on the sides. There is definitely a crease mark you can see there. But this is in, I would say, overall pretty decent shape. All right. Running out of room here because I've shifted all the video games from this side to this side now. All right. So next up is Wheel of Fortune Junior Edition, which this one comes from Gamers Alley. This box is in pretty decent shape, I would say. Maybe a little bit of down here in the bottom, I guess there's a little bit more damage. But that's, and there's a little fraying down in the corner there. But otherwise, this isn't too bad. And maybe a little bit of fraying up in the corners on the back. But I like playing the Wheel of Fortune games, and so I figured we'll pick that one up. Neither of those games were very expensive whatsoever. This is probably the best in-shape box out of them all, and this comes from Second Chance, and this is Monopoly for the NES. The only thing is like the top won't go down all the way. It kind of comes up just a little bit. But otherwise, there's no creasing really on this box. There's no like dented corners or anything. This box was taken care of really, really well. I guess there might be a slight crease if you can maybe see it in the light there. Like right there. If I get the light on. I guess I can't really. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it's Monopoly, and I like playing Monopoly games, so I figure, what the heck. Next one comes from SideQuest Games, and this is Renegade. It's funny, because you look at the NES games here, they have, like, writing on the back. The Taito ones just have the pictures of the game on the back, so I think that's pretty funny. This box definitely is not in perfect shape. There's definitely a pushed-in spot right here on the back. It's a little, there's some yellowing, like I guess there was something that was maybe over that spot. There's like these old price tags that obviously are on here. I think this came from a rental store was the thing. There was actually a sticker that was on the instruction manual in here, a rental sticker, came off very easily on here. These ones, unfortunately, I cannot get off without tearing the artwork on the box, so I'm going to leave those on there. But I am going to try to look for an upgraded box for this at some point. Just so I don't have like stickers on it, I guess. But otherwise, the box actually is in really good shape. The artwork on here is very nice. All right, next, this is also from Gamers Alley. This is the other game I got. This is Bubble Bobble. This one, the box, the artwork is pretty decent. There was something that was here. I can feel it on there. There was definitely something that was across, and you might be able to see like a hole here, hole on top, and there's also a hole on the back. So I definitely would like to replace it because of all the holes as well. But I'm really happy to get this in the box. The box, like I said, otherwise, it's not too bad. This box is very, very good. This one comes from Double Jump Video Games, and this is The Adventures of Lolo. So I like this game. It's kind of a puzzler game. I'm not great at it. I had to look up some YouTube videos to help me out with this and the other ones in the series as well, Lolo 2 and Lolo 3. I ended up selling the games because I was like, well, I'm never going to play these games again probably. But then I figured, you know what? I really like these games. So I figured, what the heck? Why not? We'll get them again. We won't sell them this time. Yeah, it's a really good series that, was made. And unfortunately, there hasn't been any Lolo games really since the third one. And I don't know if there probably ever will be again. But what the heck? At least we have 3 good quality games that were on the NES. All right, and the last one here comes from Respawn and Replay. I actually bought the cartridge and the box separate. They did not have them together. There's no manual. And when I actually owned this before, it was the same thing. I had cartridge and box. I had no manual for it whatsoever. And this is Adventures of Lolo 2. This one also, the flap does not stay down all the way. I did have extra pieces of styrofoam to put in the bottom and extra dust cover sleeves to put in the box as well, since they did not have that. There's some creasing on the side here as well, so the box is not in perfect shape, but it is in pretty good shape. But I do want to replace the cartridge at some point because it is definitely, I don't know if you can see it in the light, probably not. Probably on camera it looks fine, but there is definitely some yellowing like on the sides, so I definitely would like to replace that. The Broken Sword actually has another copy of the game, but there is some like writing on the cartridge, and so I'm definitely not going to be picking up that one. But for now, I'm definitely happy to have what I have. Like I said, if I can replace it down the road, that's all well and good. But if I can't, then it's okay what I have. I mean, I wouldn't have bought it otherwise if I didn't think it was going to be okay. They had pictures of the box. They had pictures of the cartridge. I just, couldn't see the side of it. I could only see what was on the top of it. All right. The last game here was this is using my store credit, the Broken Sword. I had, after getting a lot of games, probably around 10 or so, I would say, I had over $200 in store credit from stuff I traded in, and I had $115 left. There was nothing in there that was that price. The closest thing was Ocarina of Time gold cartridge, so the collector's edition for $85, and that would have left me with $30. And there was nothing else I would have wanted after that was even close to that. So the owner of the store gave me a deal on this game. This is a Super Nintendo game, and it's one of my favorite video game series that I play, and I'm really happy to add this game to my collection, and that is Mega Man X2. And this is a legitimate copy of it. It was opened, so I checked. It's got like a model number here on the back. I know you can switch like the backs out, so if it was like a fake one, someone may have put like an authentic back on it. But there is like a model, there's like a little number here if you're looking for that. The artwork on here, it's very, very clean. If you hold it in the light, you can maybe see a little bit of scratching on it, but it's definitely not a lot. And, I opened it up, compared the board to what is, posted in an online like form to show you that this is an authentic board. It did match up. So he had it priced at $150, and he gave it to me for $115, so I was really happy about that. He also has copies of Mega Man X3, Mega Man 7, like I said, that Ocarina of Time Collector Edition, all games I'd like to add to my collection. But, well, besides the Ocarina of Time game, the other ones you can imagine, they're priced, where they should be, to sell at those prices. And maybe I got some more games actually to trade in at some point to him. So, maybe I'll get those, maybe I'll grab one of those games, or I'll just basically maybe end up grabbing like a handful of other games out there. So we'll see. So if this is not the end of the video and there is another clip, you will see it after this. If this happens to be all, then I will come back and I'll film I'll film an outro, so that way I don't just leave you hanging right here. So hopefully I'll see you in the next clip with a little bit more pickups. Okay, so I'm back from vacation. Sorry, my hair looks all messed up. Haven't had a chance to clean up yet from vacation. And it's really late at night when I'm filming this, so please forgive me if I'm completely incoherent during this last clip of the video. But we'll talk about the final pickups I got. So the video game store, I might have mentioned the one I wanted to go to in Cadillac, I thought was open until 11 p.m. They were not. Their retail location was open till 7. They had a different area, like an annex store, that was open from 8 to 11, or maybe from 7 to 11, probably 8 to 11, where they play Magic. And the last time I went to this location, they only had one location. And when I went there, I was like, well, I don't see any thing in here to buy. And that's when I figured out their old location was where they play Magic, and they got another location for their whole retail store. So I'm hoping maybe in September when we go back up to the Upper Peninsula on our way up there we can stop. We'll wait and see though. So Kathleen and I went to a couple of Goodwills. We wanted to go to a Salvation Army in Marquette, but they were unfortunately closed. So we went to a Goodwill in Marquette, a Goodwill in Petoskey on the way back. We also went to a GameStop up in Marquette and a GameStop in Petoskey on the way back. And then I got one package from Double Jump Video Games. They were having basically a flash sale, as I guess I would call it, that Cooper had put out. It was 15% off anything on their online store. I did not buy anything really expensive. I think the most I spent was maybe $10 on a game, which would have been regular price $10. So take 15% off. It's $1.50 off. So I got a few games off of there as well. And then we stopped at Nerd Ferguson's, which is a geek store in Mackinac City. They don't sell video games, but they sell board games and other geek related items. We stopped there on the way back. And the Goodwill store up in actually Marquette, the Goodwill store, I didn't find really anything there, but they had a Goodwill tech store next door, which I decided, well, let's go in there and see if they have any video games. And at first I walked in, only saw laptops and stuff, which is what I kind of figured I'd see. And then I saw DVDs off to the side, and then Blu-rays, and then I saw video games. So I'm going to start off by talking about the non-video game stuff first. Then there's a few Blu-rays and DVDs that we got, and then I will talk about the video game stuff. So, first off, sorry if I go out of frame here. The stuff is laid out on my futon, and then there's some stuff over here on the floor. So at Nerd Ferguson's, my wife Kathleen got a Where's Waldo Games on the Go, which also has a fold-out board game in here. So we both like Waldo, so I'm sure that we'll enjoy that. Got a Pokemon Mad Libs. I've got a Star Trek and a Super Mario one, and I've always enjoyed doing Mad Libs. So I figured, what the heck, we'll pick that up. This one I'm not keeping. This is a Super Mario storybook that I got from there. And this is actually going to go to my friend's son, Oliver. He actually my friend Caleb actually helped watch our cat. Well, came over and, you know, helped do things and, you know, get our mail and change our water in our dehumidifier when we were on vacation. So I got this for their son, and I didn't get this for him just because of the fact they came to help us out. I just saw this and thought he would enjoy this since he's, you know, young and, you know, learning to read and likes stories. So I thought that that'd be good for him. Okay, and then from a Goodwill in Petoskey, we got the Where's Waldo on the Beach jigsaw puzzle here, which is 100 pieces. And we were actually, my cousin who owns the cabin, Lori, was talking about like how all the puzzles are too many pieces up north, like, you know, anything that's maybe 200 or less would be good for the cabin. Well, we didn't get this one for the cabin, though. We got this for our own collection, but I was thinking about that when I saw it was only 100. I actually had this puzzle as a kid. I'm not sure if my mom actually still had it when we bought it today, but I figured what the heck, we'll buy it anyways. And then Kathleen actually at the Goodwill Marquette had a good find. She found this 3D puzzle, and this is from Paris. Well, actually, the puzzle is like buildings from Paris, I should say. So this is really cool. She actually put it together, and there was only like one piece missing in it. And then from GameStop, I found this board game or card game that I've been actually had on my Amazon wish list for a while. I think this actually used to be like a Target exclusive, but I found this at the one in Petoskey, and that's Family Feud Late Night Edition, which is like kind of more risque, I guess you would say. Which I kind of like playing those games because you get a lot more like funny answers out of it, I guess. Okay, now I got to slide over here to grab the Blu-rays and DVDs. All right, so from the Goodwill in Petoskey, I got Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. And then the rest of these all came from the Goodwill Tech Store. I got Cars 3, which I've seen the first two. I can't remember from reading the back of this if I've actually seen the third one or not. And then I got Minions, Despicable Me, and Despicable Me 3. They did not have the second one, unfortunately. So I'll have to go looking for that one. Okay, now we'll start talking about the games we got. So first off, this came from Double Jump, and that's NHL Stanley Cup for Super Nintendo. Monopoly for Sega Genesis. We got a couple of handheld games here. These also came from Double Jump. SpongeBob SquarePants Legend of the Lost Spatula for Game Boy Color. And Dexter Laboratory Robot Rampage. So I've been getting interested in a lot of the cartoony games to see if maybe I like those. Even of ones like where I didn't even like see the cartoons. So like those I surprisingly never seen SpongeBob, Dexter's Laboratory, or this one, Jimmy Neutron, which this is Jimmy Negatron. So it looks like there's like a Jimmy Neutron with like a beard, which I don't know as a kid how you grow a beard. Kind of reminds me of maybe what like a mirror universe in Star Trek would be, maybe. I'm not completely certain. Okay, these also came from Double Jump. I got Family Card Games Fun Pack. Kathleen wanted to get this game. And then I got Test Drive Le Mans. All right, moving on to, well, I'll talk about an accessory. So I got the Wii Zapper accessory from the Goodwill Tech Store up in Marquette. They only wanted $2 for this, and right now these are going for, according to my Game app, about $12 to $15. So I was really glad to find it for that price instead of having to pay like $15 for that. All right, got one 3DS game. I guess I can play this or Kathleen can. It doesn't matter, or we both can play it. And that's Frozen Olaf's Quest for the 3DS. All right, PS2 games now. one game here from Double Jump, and I got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And then this one came from the Goodwill Tech Place. I only found one video game that I wanted. It's not really surprising. I had like zero expectations going in. And I got Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. This one did not come with a manual though, so I am going to try to find a manual on eBay. Hopefully I can just get the manual and not have to buy the whole version again. Because I don't like doing that where you go and you get the game and, you know, I usually don't get the game if it doesn't have the manual. I've been kind of less strict about that with myself now and saying get it. Maybe you can find the manual on eBay. Sometimes I luck out. Other times I have to just get the whole thing complete down the road, sell the loose copy. All right, so next, couple Xbox One games. These both came from GameStop. One came from the one in Marquette, one from Petoskey. I got Dead Rising 2, and I got Just Cause 4. And the same thing goes with the PS4 games here. One from Petoskey, one from Marquette, GameStop. I got Lego City Undercover. This looks like a lot of fun. And then I like to play my racing games on PlayStation consoles. I don't know why that is. It just happens to be that's what I have all the racing games on. And I got Truck Racing Championship, which I was originally going to get this on Xbox One because I could not find on my Game Eye app where this was available on PS4. Didn't know if it was released on PS4 or not. When I saw the version, I was like, okay, we're getting it for PS4 because it's where I play my racing games. All right. For the Nintendo Switch, from same thing, 2 games. One from Marquette GameStop, one from the GameStop in Petoskey. I got Family Feud. This one's brand new. And then I got the Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. And all the games are on the disc or on the cartridge here. If this was Mega Man Legacy Collection, I would not have purchased this because of the fact half the collection is on a download code, which if you buy it used, you're gonna not get the full game. So this one, I looked it over, made sure it did not say anything about a download code on here. And it looks like all of them are on the cartridge, which I'm really happy about. Because it's like why would you want to buy a game that you're only going to get half of it and you're never going to get the other half? It'd be pointless. All right, and the last one was the Wii console. Wii console. Let's just talk about Wii. The last bunch of games here is for the Wii. These all came from Double Jump, and I got 5 games here. And so this takes a good chunk off of my Wii collection that I'm looking to get. Not the whole collection of games, but just at least a few. I got Shrek the Third, which I don't think I've seen all the Shrek movies. I haven't seen the Chicken Little movies, but I got Chicken Little Ace in Action. And this one, Kathleen watched Phineas and Ferb, so this one's more for her. And this is Phineas and Ferb Quest for Cool Stuff. If you get this game on the Wii U, it's a lot more expensive, which is why I decided to get it on the Wii. This one, I think I just recently heard about in a Metal Jesus video, talking about some Wii games. He went through his Wii collection, talked about like some hidden gems. This one you might think is for little kids, so you completely like over it. But he actually said this is a lot of fun to play. And that is Kid Adventures Sky Captain. So, you know, you got unique flying missions, aerial races, target shooting, cow herding, it looks like. You can play with more than one player. This looks actually like a lot of fun to play, and it looked like that not just from looking at the cover and reading the back, but from looking at the gameplay that he showed as well. And then this one's for Kathleen. This one looked like a hard one to find, so I made sure to grab it when I saw it on there. And it's Agatha Christie Evil Under the Sun, which is like a mystery game. And my wife really loves to play these, so I'm sure that she will enjoy that. So that wraps up my pickups video for the month of August. Sorry, once again, this is coming out a couple days after it usually comes out. So this coming month in August, once again, online video game shopping, I'll be looking at stores online, local stores in my area, and then I'm going to try to go to the video game store down in Three Rivers again if I possibly can. So I want to thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel for more content. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description below. And hit that bell notification so you can be notified of my videos when they come out. Until next time, this is Michael out and over and out. Mikey's Crew, you guys are the best. Take care.